Hello all, welcome to Kalam IAS Academy. This is Priyanka Mahapatra, faculty at Kalam IAS for essay. So today we will be having a detailed analysis of the fourth topic of the section A of the UPSC Essay Paper 2023. That is, inspiration for creativity springs from the effort to look for the magical mundane. So let's get started. So before writing the main content of the essay, we try to engage ourselves in the brainstorming session. So what do we do in this brainstorming session? We actually engage in generating dimensions of this particular essay. Dimensions as in the major questions for this particular essay that we call the macro arguments. Okay, and at the same time we also logically arrange the sequence of the dimensions to be written in the original content of the essay so that the flow is natural. We have a good flow in the essay. The essay looks organic, right? So if you want to create your own dimensions, you can pause down the video right here and create your own and check with these. So the first dimension goes like, what do you understand by the terms creativity, mundane and magical? Okay, so always remember when there is a topic where there are some jargon words to be explained, do that in the first place. Okay, so here the words are creativity, mundane and magical. Explain those in the first place, then move on to the main dimensions of the essay. In the second part, we would be trying to explain what is the essence of looking for the magical in the mundane. Why there is a need, why people are telling to see magic in the mundane. Why it is important to see magic in the simpler of the simplest things. Okay? And then next we come to the manifestations. In the manifestations, we try to bring arguments and examples from various aspects to make it very diverse, make the essay very diverse. Okay, we would try to bring about that how creativity springs from the mundane inspirations. Okay, when we are done with it, then we will come to the challenges. That how present day challenges are there in recognizing magic in the mundane. Okay, then we come to the counter argument of the essay. Counter argument, how that excessive looking into the magic in the mundane things can also be detrimental. We'll discuss the reasons and also discuss some of the examples. Okay. Then we come to the last part of the body, that is way ahead. That is how we can cultivate the potential of finding magic from the mundane. Okay. So let's discuss one by one. So as I've already told you that you can start the essay with various means like from a quotation, from an anecdote. So I have used two approaches over here. You can have a look. So there is a quotation that is, every block of stone has a statue inside it and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it. So this quotation is exactly going with the meaning of the topic asked. You can use this quotation. So it is emphasizing upon the idea that inspiration can be found in all around us, in the simplest of the simplest things, in the common aspects of life. Okay? Within the vast fabric of our world, everyday elements often hide profound stories waiting to be discovered. The magic in the mundane is a timeless source of inspiration, revealing itself to those willing to look beyond the surface. So this is how you will create the context of the essay. With the help of quotation, with the help of anecdote. Okay, let's now see the second type of introduction, that is the anecdote based type of introduction. So I have taken the example of Alexander Fleming. So basically everybody knows about him, how he accidentally happened to discover the penicillin. But again, it's very important that you mold the particular example or you mold the particular story in the language of the essay to make it contextual. It is very important therefore to use the keywords of the essay in the anecdote itself so that it becomes to be justified to be there in the essay. Okay? So you will see in this example or anecdote, how we have used the keywords of the essay. Okay, you can see that most scientists would have considered this a failed experiment and discarded the contaminated dishes as mundane and unremarkable. However, Fleming did not dismiss as a mere mistake. Instead, he took a closer look at the contaminated petri dishes. Al- Alexander Fleming's ability to see the extraordinary in what others might have considered an everyday laboratory mishap led to the development of penicillin, which revolutionized the medicine and saved countless lives. So you can see how the words, the keywords of the essay are used here and there in the anecdote and making it relevant to this particular essay. Right? Okay. So then we come to the main body. In the main body, you try to explain the concepts of the jargons. Okay, we would see one by one. That is mundane. Mundane represents the common everyday experiences which are overlooked because of their routine nature. Magical refers to awe-inspiring, that is breathtaking elements that elevate our spirits and capture our imaginations. So in bringing these definitions, no, there is no necessity that you bring in the exact definition, the dictionary meaning of it. You write whatever you understand by the words. Okay, in very simple sentences, in very simple words, in just 2-3 lines. Right? Creativity again is the ability to generate original and valuable ideas by combining existing knowledge and imagination in novel ways. Okay, and the fourth is finding the magic. So creativity often thrives when we see extraordinary within the ordinary. So finding the magic in the mundane means very simple things, very small things which go unnoticed every day. So you're trying to find magic in the mundane. You're trying to find magic in the simpler things. That is the extraordinary within the ordinary. Okay, now by approaching every day with curiosity, mindfulness, imagination. So these are the virtues needed. Curiosity, mindfulness, imagination. Need to bring those essence in the whole essay. Okay? Then we go to the essence of looking magical in the mundane. Why it is important to find magical in the mundane? So it provides a source of inspiration. Okay, it can lead to novel, innovative concepts. Innovation comes here into picture. Okay, it encourages them to explore, question, experiment, uncover the hidden beauty, potential, and possibilities in the seemingly ordinary. Again, it leads to resource efficiency as well. How? You need not look, you need not need always some unusual or extraordinary or extravagant experiences to create something meaningful or magical. You need not rely on expensive things always. Okay, so it can be a cost effective way to fuel your creativity. Finding magic in the mundane. Okay, again, it brings relevance also. Okay, relatable, how you relate to the audience through the simple things. You can talk of Gandhiji, how he used salt for the satyagraha, how he used spinning. Okay, so we will see those examples. So let's now come to the manifestations of creativity from the mundane inspirations. So here one is expected to bring out examples from various aspects to make it very diverse essay. Okay, so I have used the same. You can notice this and inculcate in your essay writing. Okay, so firstly the science. Isaac Newton, how he contemplated of a falling apple and it led to groundbreaking insights into gravity. Okay, you can talk of how a simple silicon, a simple sand from the beach, okay, it could become the cornerstone of our digital age. Okay, you can talk of artworks in the art sphere. That artworks of Raja Ravi Verma, he captured the essence of everyday Indian life and he stood extraordinary, right? Then you can talk about some very things which are born out of ordinary need. India's Dabbawala lunchbox delivery system. It was born out of the ordinary need to provide hot meals to office workers. Okay, you can talk about Velcro, which came from noticing thorny burrs sticking to clothes and dogs. You can talk about the artist Oldenburg. He created sculptures of ordinary items like typewriters, hamburgers, etc. Okay, then you can talk about the administrative example as well, the administrative creativity and problem solving. How Operation Suleimani, Armstrong Pame's People's Road Initiative, spearheaded by Prashant Nair in Compassionate Kozhikode, he demonstrated ordinary approaches to solve the complex societal issues in a very creative fashion. This is how you can bring down many examples. Okay, try to bring down international example, try to bring down administrative examples. You're writing an administrative service exam. So it's very important that you bring those examples to make your essay look very relevant to the exam which you are appearing for. Okay, next you can talk about that how observing people going out for their daily chores. Okay, and how observing people about their habits can inspire character development for stories and plays, for artists, for the writers, for the playwrights. ठीक है, you can talk about again for the street photographers how they find inspiration in the daily lives of the people on the streets. Okay, and that they convert into visual narratives. ठीक है, then you can talk about that how we just stroll around the local park or forest and you discover the magic of nature in the mundane, that is from the pattern of tree bark to the rustling of leaves. Okay, this can inspire also poetry writing. This can inspire scientific curiosity. Okay, this can inspire painting, music. Okay, you can talk about the poet Mary Oliver, how she found inspiration in the simple act of observing a grasshopper or a flower, using these observations to craft her poetry, which is so world famous. ठीक है, you can talk about the works like To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Everybody has read this. Okay, so they use familial relationships, everyday experiences as central themes. So seeing that how from the mundane things we can create magic. Then you can talk of Gandhiji, which I have already discussed. He saw the act of spinning as a way of connecting to the rural masses. How he used fasting as a means of protest and self-purification. ठीक है? So this is how you can bring down arguments and examples and using the keywords of the essay again and again to justify to be there in the essay. ठीक है? Then we come to the present day challenges. Okay, so present day challenges in recognizing the magic in the mundane. So there are some challenges like digital distractions, quest for lavish lifestyle, artificial intelligence, how digital distractions like social media, phones. Okay, in the fast paced world, it is harder to pause and appreciate the simple moments. Okay, then extravagant lifestyle, that mindset of going extravagant. Okay, that makes us feel that the small things are unimportant. We try to overlook the small things. Again, artificial intelligence, how it dilutes the imagination of a person. So these are basically the challenges in recognizing the magic in the mundane. So now we come to the counter argument of the essay. So what do you think is the counter argument of this particular essay? So it is about the overemphasis on the magical aspect that may lead to a disconnect from the practical aspects of life. You tend to overlook the everyday responsibilities that way. You try to escape from the problem. You try to avoid dealing with the real world problems. You're just engaged. You're just very possessed. You're just very possessive about finding the magical, finding the magic from the mundane things always. ठीक है? So these problems you should be talking about, the counter argument of the essay. So it can lead to frustration as well. Expecting magic in every instance can lead to frustration. It can lead to disappointment. ठीक है? It will hinder your problem solving approach when you try to escape from your everyday responsibilities. So it is very important to strike a balance between appreciating the magical and also addressing the everyday responsibilities. ठीक है? So now we come to the conclusion, the last part of the essay. In the conclusion, it is very important always to connect back to the introduction, to connect back to the examples mentioned in the essay. Okay, so here we can conclude like this, that whether we find it in the gentle lapping of waves on the beach, the transformation of sand into silicon, or in PAME's People's Road Initiative, creativity knows no bounds. By looking beyond the surface and seeking the extraordinary in the ordinary, we can unlock the door to a world of innovation and wonder that can change our lives and the world itself. So see how the conclusion is very much futuristic, it is very much utopian, it is very much visionary, and at the same time you're trying to connect back to the introduction, to the first part of the essay. Okay, then you can also conclude by using the quotation. So I found out a very apt quotation here, that is, the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes but in having new eyes. So it's with these new eyes that we can truly find the magic hidden in the mundane. So it's about your own mindfulness, it's about your own passion, your own creativity. Okay, that you find magic in the mundane. Not everybody can do it. ठीक है? So this is how you should be concluding the essay. Okay, so hope I'm clear with everything. And next we would be discussing about the section B essays. Thank you so much.